Hey guys, back again with another makeup tutorial, and as you guys requested, I'm here with a natural soft glam routine. Well, my natural soft glam routine. As you can see, I went in with that lip plumper there. Firstly, I like to keep my lips very moisturized right throughout applying my makeup, and as you can see, my skin is already moisturized. I was prepping my brows. I actually used some Got to Be gel because I love that stiff laminated look, so that's what I use. And then I'm just going in with getting my brows, well, beneath my brows, really sharp looking. I use a combination of my LA Girl Pro Concealer in Fawn and combine that with my Too Faced concealer, multi-sculpting concealer in Light Beige. I put that at the end and blend the two together. Then I go into priming and I take my Tatcha primer. I'm going to list the specific names for each product that I'm using to achieve today's simple glam. And for today's foundation, I'm using my NARS Light Reflecting foundation in the shade Cadiz. All right, I took my time and I just blended this out. I always try to do like patting motions, you know, that's best. And I did like 2 pumps. I feel like sometimes I actually use less, so depending on how you're feeling, you know, apply accordingly. And then I go back in with my Light Beige Too Faced multi-sculpting concealer for my highlight today. And I like to make this dry down a little bit. You could get a fan. My fan is always dead. I need to charge it up. So I was using my hands to, you know, kind of get it a little dried down. I feel like it gives a better coverage that way. And I'm using my sponge. Sometimes I opt for a brush, but that can be a little bit more time consuming, so I'm using a sponge today. And everything looks so flawless so far. I absolutely love it. I know it does look very kind of like bright and crazy, but we're gonna tone it down. Don't worry, you know it's all in the process. And any harsh lines that I feel like are there, I take a brush and I just go in like what you see I'm doing here on the sides with my nose. And I went in with my SheGlam Insta Ready translucent powder. I use this powder whenever I'm going to be wearing my makeup for a prolonged period. On this specific day, I was going into the city and I knew that I'd have my makeup on for a very long time. You see how airbrush it makes everything look? It looks so flawless and I absolutely love it. Whenever I'm setting my highlights and I go on my eyelids, I like to ensure that I blend out my crease before setting it with any powder. If you do not do this, you'll set the creases in place. So now I move on to my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Airbrush powder, and this is in the shade Deep. Now, I initially, when I bought this could match me, but you know, it's a little bit darker now, so I'll upgrade. I'll get another shade to match my complexion. So what I do is use this for my like bronzing. As you can see, I place that in the hollows of my cheeks and like on my forehead, and I even use this in the crease of my eyes to have that nice blown out like contoured look. I didn't use eyeshadow for this look at all. Whenever I go super natural with my makeup, I don't usually use eyeshadow, so this is like my go-to thing to do. And I just use the powder to just, you know, blend in my crease, and I take that down the side of my nose for my contour. And trust me, I know it kind of looks harsh right now, but once everything kind of settles in, and I'm showing you my brush that I'm using, a fluffy brush does help, so that's why I was showing you that. But yeah, you'll see everything once I spray it down. So I wanted to bake a little bit, so I went in with my one size translucent powder for this, and then I did some reverse contouring with that same powder beneath where I applied my Charlotte Tilbury powder. And I'm gonna brush this away in like a minute. And while that sits a little bit, I applied my lashes. I didn't have on any fusion, so you know, yeah, I had to go in and apply lashes. You guys know that this is a very recent addition to my routines. I blush, and I specifically only like to place it at the high points of my cheeks. I don't like it below that placement at all for myself. Now, it all depends on you and how you feel about your blush and how you want it to appear. But for me personally, I like it at the high points. I don't know, it just gives me a more editorial vibe. I like it there. If it's not gonna be at that placement, I don't want it. And sometimes I opt out for it. So when I'm done and I brush away all the excessive powder, I spray my face with some of my Morphe continuous spray to let all the powders settle in and everything will look more like skin again. And then I went in with my Smashbox Super Fan mascara to kind of just amplify my lower lashes, because I do love a nice lashed up look. This is very optional. If you're not going for that super lashed look, then you don't have to. And then once I'm done with that, I just set my entire face for the day with my One Size spray. And I did nothing special with the lips. As you can see, I just kept the same lip plumper on. And that's it for my glam. I didn't even apply any like illuminator or anything. I really wanted to keep this so simple today. And this is how we're looking. Let me know if you found this makeup tutorial informative. This is my current very natural soft glam routine. A lot of you guys requested it, as I said before, and I hope it helped. I'm going to be sure to list all the products down below as I mentioned, so go ahead, check that out, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.